Mr. Salve, when you moved to London, you didn't want to practice in the Indian courts. The reasons for your going away? And are you worried about the fact that sitting in London? I mean, if there weren't virtual hearings, then you wouldn't have been able to appear in Indian courts. You had made your choice to be in London. One, the reason why you went away, and two, I want to ask you, how do you feel when you get called a bhakth?
As far as why I went away is, you get bored of doing the same thing. I started going into the Supreme Court in 1978. By 2014, the same building, the same work, it becomes rote. I started enjoying international work. And if you have to do international work, India is not the center for international work. That's why I moved, not because I don't like Indian courts. I would have been in and out of India in any case. So that's as far as my moving here is concerned. As far as being called a bhakt, I'm hearing it for the first time. Because I'm not, as you know, I have zero presence.
Oh no, bhakt is somebody who bails out the government, and you're seen to be rather, very positively inclined towards the government, especially the Prime Minister, and the decisions that he's taken. So that for short headline purposes, is a bhakt.
All right. If I don't pick holes in the government, if I try and find positive solutions, I've always been like that. So that's my mindset. And if you call me a bhakt, then so be it. I don't.
Strange. I don't. Father in Congress and son being called a Modi bhakt. You find it strange?
When my father was in Congress is when I became the Solicitor General of India in Vajpayee's government. So I have never had any political inclinations, and I still don't have any political inclinations. That is why I have absolutely no problem supporting a decision rather than supporting a person, which in India is becoming.
That's very well put.
I would criticize the decision of the government. I would not criticize the government. I would praise a decision of the government. I just now criticized the decision of the government to fight, in a way, against a small piffling company like Kane for a piffling little award, in a way that embarrasses me when I wake up in the morning and read in a British newspaper that some New York judge is going to attach or has been petitioned to attach Air India. It pains me. It's that decision of the government I criticize. I don't criticize the government. So we have to learn this. We have to stop criticizing people. You have to depersonalize it, and let's look at issues rather than people.
Well, Mr. Salve, you're happy about representing so-called corporate interests. If the government were to do that, they would be called crony capitalists or a crony government. Well, that's the way it works in India. Yes, binaries are the way things work in India. But in this COVID situation, will binaries work? I'm not so sure. But thank you very much, Mr. Salve, for joining me on Frankly Speaking. Always a pleasure to hear a pragmatic view